Let's go live. We should be live now. Let's get right into this. So we're going to make sure that all the things are working. We got good audio because we always need some good audio, right? So let's just make sure that we're good on that end. And let's see if we're good. Are we good on the audio? We're just trying to make sure we're good on the audio, y'all. Alright, we're good on the audio. We're good on the audio. Let's get right into all of this we want to talk about today. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we got everything going. We're cruising. And yeah, we're here to talk about some new horror stuff that we learned today. Also, give you a little bit of my thoughts on a movie that just got acquired by A24 at Sundance, which is insane because I had just seen this movie this past weekend. And let me tell you, what an electrifying crowd. Y'all are going to love this movie. I'm saying that Talk to Me is going to be on the top horror list of 2023 without a doubt. So let's just get right into some of these news right here. First, let's start off with the non-horror news, which is Invincible live action could actually still be coming, which is insane. I was already thinking we were never going to see this. It had been said we were going to see a live action for some time now, and people were waiting and waiting for this, and now we have a new update right here from Robert Kirkman as well, who gives us an update on what to expect. So Invincible, of course, is a TV show on Amazon, and I think it's still one of the best TV shows we've got in some time. It is based on a graphic novel, comic book, whatever you want to call it. And so this is what Kirkman had to say about this as well. We're very much still working on that. This is him talking about the live action film, which is the Invincible film. He says, sometimes movies take a little bit longer. I think it's safe to say, if anything, the show has just helped that immensely. People are very excited about that movie potential at Universal, so we're riding that excitement and trying to push things forward quickly as possible. So this is definitely exciting. So they currently do have Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg attached to write the Invincible movie, and this is going to be a very, very interesting thing if they do in fact give us this movie, as we have the show already, which I think the show is just fine as well. So I'm okay if we don't get a movie or do get a movie, but I think that the show is just incredible right now, and I'm excited to see what that could possibly mean. So Invincible, like I said, is a TV show on Amazon. Here I'm pulling up the graphic for you to see it, and I definitely am excited for Invincible. I think it is definitely something that can feel different in the comic book space. I know comic book fatigue gets thrown a lot around there, but I do feel like we're getting to a certain point right there. So I'm very excited to see what Invincible would actually be like as a live action. So very excited to see what that would be for sure. So that is the Invincible news we have today, and very excited for that as well. We do also have this new movie from Raka Raka, which will be acquired actually by A24. We actually saw this at Sundance this past weekend, and let me tell you, crowd was electrifying throughout the movie. This is going to be definitely the movie that I think everybody is going to love this year. So much good horror in this, but the humor as well. Raka Raka, of course, YouTubers from a while ago, they did a lot of viral videos, specifically the Ronald McDonald videos, and now they're coming straight to the horror movie like space with this movie Talk to Me, which I think definitely makes everything that you see in horror and refreshes it up. Like, it feels very fresh. Very excited for this. They actually even had Ari Aster at the Sundance premiere when we were there come up and congratulate them and everything. So this does have a lot of potential, and very excited to see what comes from this movie once it is released by A24. I believe it has a summer release date at the moment, so we're definitely going to be anticipating watching this again. And once you start seeing the marketing for this movie, just know that this is one to go see opening night, because you don't want anything ruined from this movie. But Talk to Me, acquired by A24 at Sundance. Very, very excited for this one for sure, to see it again. So we do have Barbarian as well. The director of Barbarian, Zach, is also having a new movie coming out from New Line, and the camera my light just went out, but we're still going to continue on. So Zach has been offered a new movie with his new script called Weapons, and we see that this is actually going to be distributed by Warner Brothers later, whenever this does happen. But we do have New Line here attached to it with everything, with the script and everything ready to go. I'm excited for this because I think Barbarian was one of those very like surprising films for me last year. I was definitely not anticipating everything we got from it, and now that we have this movie, I definitely am excited to see what Zach is going to deliver next. But super excited to see his next project, everything he has to deliver with that, because I thought Barbarian was a very fun movie, and here we are waiting and anticipating what comes next for him. So I lost my other graphic here. But we did have Mia Goth talk a little bit more about Maxxxine at Sundance, and we actually have a little clip of Mia Goth we're going to put up on the channel when we were able to catch the Infinity Pool red carpet premiere at Sundance. So those should be going up probably tonight or tomorrow. But she says that in the movie Maxxxine, Ty West is making the stakes that much bigger. She does say that this is the biggest film of the trilogy, so we're excited to see that and see what is going to be delivered from this. Hello everybody on the chat, Mayan and Alberto. But yeah, Mia Goth says Maxxxine is the biggest in the trilogy, and I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. Like I said, we caught Infinity Pool at Sundance. We have a review. We'll have a spoiler review-ish today as well. But I'm just going to say, I think that she definitely should be trying to up her act. I think in Gavi, her character that was in Infinity Pool was such an insane character, much more terrifying than anything we've seen her in before. So I'm kind of excited to see what she's going to bring to Maxxxine, what that character is going to feel like, and what is going to be this big movie like now. Yeah, it was awesome being over there at Sundance. Thank you. We watched a ton of movies. We're still watching some, and we're excited to talk about all of them. I already did Infinity Pool review, but I have some other ones coming out as well. We just caught also Talk to Me over there, which is another big horror film that just got acquired by A24, which will be coming out later this summer. And I think for sure that might be on the top list for a lot of people, top 3 for sure this year, and that's without me seeing any of the other horror movies. It just felt so fresh, honestly. So I'm super excited for all of these movies and all of this new talk right here. So yeah, like I said, Talk to Me will be acquired by A24. They have already done that, and it will be releasing over the summer. So super excited for everybody to check that out. It is by the YouTubers Raka Raka. So if you've seen any of their past videos, you know what you're getting into with this one, and it doesn't hold back at all. So I'm super excited for that to come out later this summer, especially A24. I think they really know how to market a movie well, so I think this is going to do very well, and I'm excited to see what the future for these filmmakers has, because I think they have a lot of potential just from seeing their first feature this past weekend. So I'm excited to see, once everybody gets to see it over the summer, what everybody's going to think, because I think it definitely is one of the first strong features I've seen in a bit. So excited for them for that. Like I said, Barbarian director Zach does have a new film on the way, and they sort of describe it having a Magnolia feel, which is that Tom Cruise film, if you've ever seen it. So I'm definitely interested in seeing what exactly this is. We don't know much more of this yet, but it is by Zach, so I'm pretty sure expect some very insane twists and turns in this movie. But yeah, we're excited for all of these announcements. Like I said, Mia Goth is keeping us anticipating Maxxxine, seeing where she's going to take this movie. We got to meet her briefly at the press line for Infinity Pool this past weekend. Very, very nice, and very much so gave us some clips to work with that we'll show later on in the channel. We'll put up all the stuff from Sundance before the end of the week, including the Infinity Pool press line. I put up on the community post Alexander Skarsgård coming out with a leash, which was the most insane thing. Like, when everybody on the press line saw that, everybody just like immediately started taking pictures and everything, because it was just out of nowhere he put on that leash. And when you see Infinity Pool, you'll know why he has that leash on. And by the way, Infinity Pool is insane, very explicit, I will say. So if you don't mind very explicit, this is the movie, because Infinity Pool definitely doesn't hold back. Like, anything you can think of explicit, it does it. It completely does it. So just warning right there. And also, I did give a warning on the review that there is a lot of strobe lights. So if strobe light sensitivity is something you might have, this is definitely something to think about when you take that into consideration. Yeah, the leash, definitely It's in the movie, and when he came out on the press line with that leash, it was definitely something that everybody was just like, what? It was insane. But yeah, this movie, like I said, Infinity Pool does not hold back. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I want to give a warning to everybody so they know what they're getting into, because it is insane. Very, very intense movie for sure. But yeah, like overall, I'm excited for these releases to come out in theaters. Infinity Pool, of course, comes out this weekend. But Talk to Me, this is the one I'm most excited that I've seen so far in Sundance, and it is just a good horror film. Like, I'm excited for everybody to watch this, because I think that this is definitely very refreshing to have. Like, Talk to Me is just incredible. I was like, when I finished watching it, and they told us that it still didn't have distribution or anything, immediately my mind went to A24 or Neon. Like, these are the two studios that could definitely take this movie and push it out as it needs to be pushed, and get all eyes that it needs to have on it, because it is just a fun horror film, but at the same time it has a lot of heart. And I'm going to talk more about that in my review that I'll have for it probably tomorrow. Today I will be doing an Infinity Pool spoiler video, so tune into that. But it is just an insane film. Like, it was definitely one of the movies that I saw the Sundance list of movies that were coming out, and this was on the midnight like schedule, which meant that it was a little bit crazier, just like Infinity Pool. So I knew it was going to be pretty good. And then I missed the first premiere when it premiered, because I went to go watch Infinity Pool. And then I heard that Ari Aster was watching the movie with the Sundance people there, and then he came on stage and everything and talked about it. And then the reviews, the short little like reactions started coming on Twitter and TikTok and all of that. And I was watching this as I was leaving the Infinity Pool premiere, and I was like, I gotta watch that. So the next day when they had another screening for it, went to go watch it, immediately hooked on it. The whole audience was raving, they were loving it. It was funny. And you know, there's times in the audiences when you think people might be overreacting to things and everything. This time I didn't blame the audience when they were like turning away and people were jumping out of their seats. It is insane. I will talk more about this in my review for sure, but I'm telling y'all, Talk to Me, whenever you hear that movie is about to come out, just know that is a movie to go see opening weekend with a crowd, because it is just a fun movie for sure. So very much so love that. Infinity Pool, like I've said before, I watched it with a full crowd as well. Definitely very explicit, a lot of people turning away, a lot of people squirming, a lot of reactions. It's just like, what the hell is going on the screen? Like, that's what you're thinking throughout. And like I said, super explicit in every single thing you can think of. We saw the unrated cut, which is rated NC-17, so you know what was probably in that movie. I believe they were going to just release the R-rated cut. I don't even know what they cut from it to make it R-rated, because there's a ton of stuff in there that would make it NC-17, so we'll see once it is out. But overall, like I said, it was just a good experience at Sundance. I want to make a whole video talking just about Sundance, but that will probably come out later this week, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, overall, good stuff. Maxxxine updates. We do have some clips from the press line coming out as well that we will be releasing throughout. Some little bit of an interview. I'll talk more about that on my Sundance video, because didn't go as planned, but we'll talk about that as well. Barbarian new director's new movie is exciting. Invincible live action, as well as Maxxxine updates, and also Talk to Me. Super excited. Anybody listening or just came in, hope you go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be talking some more stuff. We have the Infinity Pool spoiler video coming out later in a bit, and we do have our spoiler free review as well if you want to check it out. But as always, that is going to do it for me. I appreciate each and every one of you who came on here, gave a like, commented, all of that. And as always, I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive, y'all.